Ladies and gentlemen, around the world, this is my video. I want talking education. Brothers and sisters, to help someone is that don't have education, you put in rubbish. You help him. They are not different. Some to put in rubbish. Someone is that don't have education, you to help him. You put in, they are not different. Some stuff you put in rubbish. All of them are the same. I want you, society, Australia, to remember. When I was talking to Michael Tembo, a day kick him. I talk, I say, government he missing everything. I say, this government, Prime Minister John Howard, no any leaders he control like him. To control 80 years. This time when I finished talking, I say when I was talking, I show them a mistake they have. I was talking to Lulu not to respect society, and Nazem they bring not to respect each other. And I was talking them, this is the envy, they cause them na her party, his party, is them her party, this mistake. Always to move each other. And already the society, they vote them. Now this time when I finished talking, Party John Howard they sitting. They say, no again. No again to change each other. Scott Morrison, no again to change him again. Now, who give him power? Is a man give him power. When I was not talking, there was no sitting to solve this problem. Is a man give him power. No, this power I give him is I don't understand who give him this power. And he abuses someone he give him this power. When I was not talking, there was a living like this. This is the abuses each other. And remember, time for fire. He go his family to go to another country, to beach, to go to dancing. His country society, they die. His country, they lost property. His society. This time, when I was not giving him this power, this is a day, he comes there, when, sorry, sorry. This time when he was there in a beach, he dancing, he going to hear the comment about her, and he return again. When he come back, all of society there was upset. Now his government there was upset. And he starts to apologize. This time when I was not give him power not to kick him, this time there was a kick him. Easy party they were going to kick him. Why in Azem there was a local mistake he did. We don't understand we have a responsibility to protect society in fire. To think in America they take a responsibility, they come to protect his society in fire, and him he go overseas to dancing in the beach. And Nazem they die, his country they come to protect his people. This time Prime Minister Scott Morrison, he was going to lose his job. Now his wife, she was going to lose his job. Why am I talking? Every day you help people is that don't have education. They like you put, they are not different with some you put in rubbish. People that don't have education is that don't have judge. People that don't have education, he have envy. To teach someone we have envy, to going to collect him this envy, better to teach mental in better to help mental in the street. Mental when you help him they move, mental they move, he's going to remember you. He'll start to remember you. I was a very bad this man, this woman, nanga this man, they help me, I move mental. You are not going to say you put in you help rubbish. Now, brothers and sisters, I want to remember who bullying him, not to challenge each other, is me. And his government always act, is not act to protect me. He act is not protecting me. He act to abuse me with psychologist. I believe when I was talking with the bullying Tony Michael Tembo, he go back. Michael Tembo, he was not going to forget me. He was remember me. I fighting for him to return home, to return him. Brothers and sisters, when I help one member of the parliament, nanga I help prime minister only, I'm finished to be quiet. Don't help people that don't have education. You put in this you are help like you put in rubbish. You are help is like you put in rubbish. You are help and they come they bullying you. He bullying this you problem. You are help and he kill you. Is I don't have people is I don't have education is I don't have a judge. So now you help him, now him he have to make you happy. So now you help him to remember you help him. I have my question. To government Michael Tembo, Juro Bishop, his office, there was a strong. Juro Bishop, he was like a prime minister. Now prime minister, he was like a prime minister. In the office, Jiro Bishop, there was a strong. Now if you go around the world, I think everybody he know Jiro Bishop. Now if you go international, everybody he know Jiro Bishop. Now in this society, in the country, I think I know anybody that don't understand Jiro Bishop. Why is them to know him, to know her? Why society there was a know her? He was active in his office. He have responsibility. She have her responsibility in his office. Now me, I can't understand who changed this office. I don't know him. I think a lot of people, they don't know him who changed this office. Jiro Bishop. Now overseas, not anybody he know me who take Jiro Bishop his office. I think to me, Jiro Bishop when he move office, he close this office with the key. They don't have someone he work there. When they have someone he work there, his name Jiro Bishop, like his office, everybody was not Jiro Bishop, na him we have to know him. Na who go back he been a communist society. Brothers and sisters, this is I'm talking with them. No good in the government, in the parliament to put family. No good to be family in the parliament, in the government. When a woman she's a minister, she's a prime minister, in the minister they're not allowed to be easy family. Easy family, when he be ministers, he destroys this office. He destroys this office. He starts to follow his husband. She starts to follow his husband. Now him he starts to follow, when he's a man, he starts to follow his wife. This is a big mistake in the government. Government to take like with the family. And the government they are the society. Brothers and sisters, look, people that don't have education, you put when you help him, you put in rubbish. When he come in the government, they start to go to my page to printing all the story. To get their education, I was thinking he printing to get education to protect the society. Him he was printing my page to get experience how he can attack me to abuse me, and how he can attack a society to abuse them. You remember he was to this my story I was talking. Our government they're talking with the protect economic and they destroy economic. I was writing their story. I say societies they take money overseas. This money they never come back to his country. And I say now society they come overseas, they'll go back with the money in the bag. Now him he get help. He changed my story. What I want to this story. And him he get education there to come to attack society. They take economic outside. And he get experience. Society they come overseas na them to attack them to protect his economic, not to take this economic they come with them here. He put rules in society. When you go overseas, you do there something, and you come here, they charge you sexy, they charge you case. Meaning when you go overseas, you join with the women, you love each other. When you come back here, to blame your sex harassment and to blame your sex trafficker. Meaning he was the one to you in society as student. When you go overseas, you are not allowed to enjoy life they have with their society. I say no. People, when he move your country, he go to another country, now he's under to this. He have to follow this government. He have to respect this government. He leave. When he find his society, what they doing, they don't have enemies, any legal, any criminal. Is a free na him to enjoy, to close with the society. And after he look at this, they not work, and he come back again. He say, I have to attack all the society. They come inside the country, they come overseas. Na my society, my society, I have to attack them. And he say, society, you are not allowed to keep it 10,000. 10,000. Meaning, in your society, you are not allowed to have 10,000 to your bank, and you are not allowed to have 10,000. Meaning, you are not going to go overseas to change life. And in the people he come overseas, meaning he is not allowed to have 10,000, meaning na him when he go back to his country, this money is not enough to protect, to help him a problem. This is the all training envy. And training him envy, and they don't have education to judge. To judge this training, they challenge me. This training, they destroy me. This training envy. And he come back again. He say, society, you don't have a job. You are not allowed to go in a club. You are not allowed to buy a property. This is the all training envy and not to miss education. Not to have education to judge. I say no. Everybody he have right to keep it money when he want to buy something to buy. This he finish, and he come and start to attack social media. I said, how are you going to attack social media? Someone to blame him America. He cheated with your people about sex, to start to blame sex harassment. To bring someone African, he talking with your society, he talking about sex harassment. To bring him Australia. And now you want to every society Australia, every country rules to control them. Now, brother, is this education training someone envy? They are not training him education. Education is a control the judge. Meaning him to training him envy, and is a don't have judge. Is a don't have training judge. Now, brothers and sisters, how can you say someone is a don't have a job, is a don't like to, is not allowed to buy property? Is a don't have, is not allowed to be in a club. This is their human rights. This is their freedom. And he come back again. He say he wants to give them original freedom. And he saying he want to protect gay in his school, not to kick them. I say, hello, this you talking, all the rules you talking, you attack yourself. And you are not protecting gay. And you are not going to protect this school. And you are not going to protect this get to have a job. And you are not going to protect children gay in school. I say you have a school, give them a school. Give them a job. You government, you have a school. I say government, you have a responsibility to protect gay, na them to give them his property, na them to make school them herself. They have children and they have a teacher. I say this you want to put, meaning you want to against all the people factor and na your government always they kick society. Your government always they kick people. Meaning when you put these rules, you think they're going to work to school only. They work these rules. They work at every job. This is I'm talking. Education is the judge, and the envy they are the enemy around the world. They are the enemy, not this person. Now this all help is I don't understanding why help him. It's the government that don't understanding why help them. And you hear two members of parliament women, they come in TV, they say we have experience. We have experienced sex harassment. In the members of parliament, when you make you do salon good, them the men they start saying you have good hair, you make good hair. Meaning they want to continue to put against this with the sex harassment and to against them, or to against prime minister, to against each other. Now women to against each other, now men to against each other. And again he said, this woman, she said, when they want to go to have lunch, they say, come, we have lunch together. Meaning, when you talk to someone, come, we have lunch together with the sex harassment. Already is the him prime minister. They were talking about him. They were talking about ministers, his ministers. I say no. Why? How people, when you put these rules, meaning these rules they are attack on a family. When you don't have communication with your wife, when he call you, come, we have food, you say she did miss sex harassment. Now you men, when you don't have communication with your wife, when she call you, come, we have food, you say he did miss sex harassment. Meaning these rules to attack an prime minister, his family. Now his children to say he did miss sex harassment when they don't have communication, they lost communication. This is all my help. I help him and he attack me. Now this is my help. When I put in rubbish, they been better. In rubbish you can go back and you say no, I put in rubbish, I got correct in rubbish again. When you find you been put a potato in rubbish, and when you're going to cooking this potato, they follow down and you say, oh, are you going in rubbish? Are you going to take this potato I been put in rubbish? Now my help is a better rubbish I been put in rubbish. And 100% is the help him. 100% is the him, the help him. Look how they help him to dodge. And now if he follows them, they help him 100%. Now him he read and he get another way to dodge to attack. And to just follow this, they help him 100%. They make him strong. Look, education is very important to training. Education is very different to training. And he come back. He say, I put rules to school. When children he abuses the teacher, children he have to pay fine. No teacher government they give him compensation. And his mother he have to pay fine. Now his father he have to pay fine. And the children they are not going to return to this school. This is he was put rules in him to attack him with these rules. He have children in his school. Now them teacher to say this is they have a good job. I teach them, they not respect me. Now I have to use his children that are going to be prime ministers, they're going to be ministers. Now when I stop it, he get upset up to me. And me, I help him. I'm not help myself. And he put another rules. When parents you go in school that they not give you letter to go there to charge you food pass to put you in prison. Always he looking to attack me, I help him. Always he looking to attack me, he get power to attack me. Now, brothers and sisters, yesterday he was talking when in distress. He put money. When he put in the money in the campaigner. Now, brothers and sisters, what you understand to this, how he was talking. This is the money he put Prime Minister. Can you explain to us how many societies they reduce distress? When you put money, how many societies they reduce distress? You society, I ask you my question. When he's showing he put money, can you count? Can you see your neighbors they have distress and they move distress? Now those people, the treatment distress, they have to come to say we reduce distress. When he put money, we reduce to distress. Another my question. He's saying he put in a campaign, people the campaign, he's saying he put 10 millions. 10 million to this campaign. Now he doing a campaign. Who doing a campaign to society distress? Society, can you tell me who doing to society distress? Campaign and not he doing a campaign society to move distress. Who is? I think it's me. I never receive this money. Society, you believe you have another he doing a campaign to protect society distress? This is my question. As straight I ask them. I want to go to my page to comment there. You have another campaigner he talking about society not to have distress? Who is he give him this money? Now him to come to tell us, I did the campaign, now distress they move. They give me money, I did the campaign, distress they move. Now look, when he finished talking, he put money, distress, yesterday, and they come, they go in TV, they start to against the same sex harassment. Men they have sex harassment, na boy na women they have sex harassment. More is a woman. This is the money he talking. He put money to do campaign to bring another distress, to start to against society, to against each other, everything. Look how they were here. He talking in the TV yesterday. He talking money he put, and to TV they start. Now to job, you have to know not to job. They have people, they give them their job, them to start to missing communication, to screaming. They need to protect his government to have share to put women in and to pin men. Them they training them envy. They are not training them education. When they've been the training them education, now them they've been they no, this we doing, we destroy herself. This we doing, we destroy herself. Who they protect this sex traffic? Missing communication, training you sex, missing communication. This is a sex harassment. They support to corruption about the women is pussy. This sex harassment, they support to corruption pin men to have economic there. They are not sex harassment. This is a tool for corruption women is a pussy. Government him corruption is this pussy. When you hear he talking when he protect economic, and you have to know whenever talking we want to protect economic, he wants to take this power pussy and pin men. To find in the parliament they have violence, members of the parliament they have this violence, ministers they have this violence, prime minister na him he have this violence. He can't judge education not enough. He can't judge to know his education is not enough. When his education is enough, he protecting me. He protecting me. When his education is enough, to this I'm talking, or he finished correct like a 2. Now it's 3. He's never correct anything to come to attack social media only. Social media, I repeat again, social media prime minister, you are not to attack social media. Social media, they are not a private page. They are not private, is your house. Social media is advertisement. Everybody he put his photo around the world to see him. Every he writing here around the world or to read what he talking. What he talking. Social media, you are not allowed to attack a social media. Everybody he take their stuff. He know they are not private. They are public. Now he want to attack social media to make them private, to make social media private place. Meaning when you put there your advertisement, society they know how to see your advertisement, they are not share your advertisement. I put my video, society is free to take my photo, talking about my photo. Society is free to take my photo na him to writing a story you want to writing to my story. When this story is not talking on behalf of me, when he take my photo, is not writing my name, is not he writing his name, and he put my photo is free. When he take my story I'm talking, and in him he come, he take my story, he shows this is the story this man, and in him he put his story, is free to do it. If he needed to publish my story to advertisement, my page is free. If you want to share my page to everybody, is free. Now you Prime Minister, when I support your campaign, when you're doing campaign and you have social media, you put it to social media. Now when I want to support you, I'll take your campaign, I put another story, me I'm talking, people to support you. You are not allowed to talk social media. You are not allowed to talk social media. If you want to continue to attack me. If you want to abuse me, I decide, I sign this control, they are not control, they are control crime. They are control crime. I put a video, members of the parliament, they're talking. You're going to listen to the control crime. And this I was talking before. Now they start to show you society. When you control your dream, now you control your choice, you take power from them. Them they protect, they give you money, you are the poor people, you can't help yourself. Meaning that they take power all to you, meaning you can protect yourself. Every society gets money in the government, they think they help society poor. Them not to give them a job, to use them volunteer job with the poor.
2022 is the sad fact that your kids, my kids, are going to be living in a world in Australia that's poorer, older, and smaller.
Well, the reality is we are going to see the economy contract. That's one point. The second is because of the health restrictions, we've seen an impact on population. And as you point out, Australia's population growth will be the lowest in more than a century. And net overseas migration will be falling in consecutive years for the first time in 46 years. So we are seeing, as a result of COVID-19, Andrew, significant impact on growth as a result of those population numbers. And of course, we're seeing a smaller economy as a result. But there is cause for optimism and hope, and that's our focus.
So not poorer, not older?
Well, again, the Australian economy, hope, and that's our focus.
So not poorer, not older?
Well, again, the Australian economy will continue to grow. Population growth will come back. The net overseas migration numbers that are printed in the budget after those consecutive years of falls will start to come back as restrictions are eased. So the trends will start to turn around for the economy, but certainly the shock is great.
Catherine Murphy.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is education. Ask society to give them power to vote them to go in the parliament. and them to start to use the power to corruption our body, to give us rights, to corruption us her choice, to corruption us our dream. Nguze thinking economic only. You hear how he talking Joshua, how he talking gentle, how he ask him question. Naomi now they ask him question. How he talking.
A stronger nation. Tonight's budget will also be supporting young people, because the history of previous recessions in Australia in the 1980s and the 1990s is that it's taken a long time to get unemployment back to where it was. They say that unemployment goes up the elevator and comes down the stairs. In the 1980s, it took 6 years to get unemployment back below 6% from where it started. In the 1990s, it took 10 years. We want to move faster than that, and importantly, we want to help women and young people get back to work.
Ladies and gentlemen, you hear? You want to help younger women, younger girls, and younger and women to help them to return in work at job to protect economic. To corruption them pussy and in a pin boy. This he help them. Why he did not say I need the youngest girls na women to come to help me to protect my economic, to corruption them able to protect my body, to protect my economic. Why did they not see this? You are not talking like this. To corruption them body, he help them. To use them sex harassment, he help them. And before, he was doing interview to TV, now I was not ready to record this video in the news. They're doing him interview, he saying when he give them society freedom, they'll make a baby.